the beings use stars as gateways? That's something that I've talked about before, and every time I get a new piece of evidence showing that that might be the case, I share it with you guys. And I've just come across another couple of pieces of evidence pointing to the idea that the beings could use suns as gateways to other parts in this universe and also to the beyond. So let's talk about it. Get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like, please subscribe, share on social media, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Okay, really quickly, this is from alienhistory.net from last year. Huge fleet of UFOs were recorded near the sun. Maria Hill of Salem, Indiana, discovered something extraordinary. She likes to gather beautiful images to publish on her platform, but never expected to come across something so strange. I guess not. It was simply another day for her when she observed what seemed like a gigantic fleet of UFOs emerging from a large spiral near the sun. She immediately started taking images, noting that UFOs looked to be unique from one another. There were the large-scale ones, which were astonishing to say the least, but nearby a gigantic fleet of smaller UFOs followed closely behind. Some skeptics said the dots seen in the lenses are just light specks, and that the whole thing was a great misunderstanding. Maria, on the other hand, is certain of her discovery, stating that she happened across it and saw it with her own eyes right in front of her. She shared images and a write-up about the occasion on her Facebook page. So that's really interesting, right? Well, who knows, but that's certainly interesting. I would like to see more evidence about that particular encounter. However, here we have Peter Maxwell Slattery. Now, Peter is one of my favorite experiencers because we learn so much from Peter. He's just a cool guy, just a laid-back, chill Australian bloke. And but he's got some fascinating stuff to share because he has this high-level contact with the beings. And by high level, I mean he gets taken to other dimensions and things. And you may think that sounds woo-woo and crazy, but you know, as Gary Nolan says, when you look into UFOs, the woo-woo is right around the corner. And a lot of this has to do with consciousness-based stuff. And that's just a fact. If you look into UFOs, that's what you're going to find. And Peter Maxwell Slattery's events and experiences, many of them have actually been corroborated. He has more UFO videos that he has taken personally than just about anybody else. There's a whole movie. You can go watch it, multi-dimensional, about his experiences. It's really great. You can find it on Amazon. Love that movie. One of the best movies you're going to find, a documentary on experiencers in the experience. At least his particular experience and his particular perspective and what the beings are doing with him and what he is learning from them in response. Well, so he's got all these videos, all these UFO videos, to document his experiences and to prove the validity of his experiences. Obviously, there's no video of him in these other dimensions, but they show that he is genuinely having these contact. He's also had over 40 remote viewers remote view his experiences, and they're actually able to not only corroborate them, but also to gather further insight from them. They can see more about these experiences than he can by nature of remote viewing. So again, I highly recommend you watch that movie, Multidimensional, to find out more about Peter Maxwell Slattery. But why do I bring him up today? Because he is going to tell us about the nature of reality and the beings and how they use the stars as portals. So here we go. There's music, so I'm going to have to mute it, at least for a bit. And he's got a strong Australian accent that tends to defeat the text generator, so I will try to translate from any mistranslations as best I can. But here we go. Yeah, these beings are light beings, but when they come into 3D reality, most of these intelligence have to operate within 3D physics, so they will take on a physical form, and in this case, these beings take on the form of a typical looking extraterrestrial, meaning the almond-shaped eyes, the big head, and what have you. And that picture he was just showing is a picture that he took and that remote viewers have remote viewed and that photo analysts have analyzed and verified to be real. He's got a couple of these pictures in one video even of gray aliens that have come to visit him, or what appear to be gray aliens, but he is explaining that just because they look like grays doesn't mean they are grays. They simply take that form, which is something that I have heard from numerous experiencers. Yeah, they have these intelligences, the widespan, not what he said. The text generator is not great. The best way I could explain is that there are synthetic portal sites, technologies creating portals. There are natural portal sites, and these portal sites can be, we could say, on planetary bodies, and then you've also got the ones that are in stars, that basically all the stars hook up in what I could deem as like a universal highway. It's like an artery network of all stars connecting to each other through these electromagnetic tunnels that also hook up to what I could say is the central part of this galaxy. Okay, now somewhere around here the music stops.
Other galaxies as well, there's a whole network of these portals, and these intelligences, they have different operations in terms of their motive, what they're there to do, and they're nor male nor female. Now, it has been described to me that they're part of what I could describe, as crazy as this sounds already, part of the House of Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel. And this is where I want you to take all this with a grain of salt. I can only go from experience, and like I say to a lot of people, and it's a fair enough question, I think on my part, as it should be directed at me, where'd you get your information from? And this is from experience with these beings, with the Shiji material, with interfacing with the large majority of intelligences during meetings with the ERC, which is the Elohim Representative Council. The operation...
Okay, I know I just lost a bunch of you, but hey, it is what it is. Experiencers report crazy stuff. They deal with extra-dimensional beings, some of whom represent themselves as archangels or angels or other heavenly beings. Is that what they are? I don't know. They are from a different dimension. They are metaphysical entities. They could indeed be spiritual beings of some sort, or it would be how we would interpret them in any case. Some of these beings are likely beings that are recorded in various religious texts. People actually encounter these beings and wrote books about them, trying to interpret these experiences. But these experiences are probably much more complicated than those original authors were aware of. They're probably much more complicated than even Peter Slattery is aware of. But he perceives them as these light beings, the Elohim, these beings of light, these goodly, noble beings. But there are also many other beings that he has encountered, some positive, some negative. In any case, what does this have to do with the suns? Well, I have made a few videos on this where it appears that there is a body of evidence to suggest that the beings use the stars as suns. The lady in Chris Bledsoe's encounter, she gave him 6 songs that she said would clue him in on the truth about reality. One of those songs was Children of the Sun, where beings from outside time and space come through the sun. And another piece of evidence is Dick Allgire's remote viewing of the Phoenix Lights, where he encountered a Nordic type being that was really more of a cat person. And it was giving him a lesson in astrophysics, according to, the higher dimensional astrophysics that the Nordic being was aware of. And the main point that he got across to Dick was that beings use the stars as portals, not just within this reality, but also to beyond this reality, to the dimensions where they come from. Now, we've got portals on video from UFOs coming in and out of portals. We've seen this in the movie A Terror in the Sky. I showed one just the other day in the interview part 2 with Dr. Robert Shipe. There's been a lot of portal activity at Skinwalker Ranch and a lot of documentation of the phenomena surrounding these portals. So why do they need to go through the suns if they can just manifest portals at will? Maybe, you know, bigger objects or different dimensional objects need to go through the sun, and smaller craft or whatever can simply go through these small portals. I have no idea. Peter Maxwell Slattery goes on to say that the Guardians monitor the portal sites. Oh, there's music. They monitor these portal sites, all portal sites, and because of this and the level of consciousness that they're operating at, a lot of beings are unaware of them completely even operating, whether it's man-made created portals, whether it's at natural sites, meaning, you know, again, on planetary bodies, or in stars themselves. Anyway, Peter Maxwell Slattery goes on. I will link to the video and you can watch it at your leisure, but as you can see, he is talking about the mechanics of how these portal systems operate. And I love it. I think that through experiencers like Peter Maxwell Slattery, what few of them there are, as well as remote viewing and also near-death experiences, we are getting a glimpse beyond the veil of secrecy that has been, you know, thrown over our reality and over our perceptions. But there are some people who can pierce that veil, who are given glimpses of this larger reality. Experiencers like Dolly Saffron, who is a fully conscious experiencer. Her mind is not wiped when she is taken. Same with Peter Maxwell Slattery, who has a lot of documentation to prove his experiences. Remote viewing, near-death experiences, all these get us information that is normally withheld from us. And I think it's so critical to look at these alternate avenues of information, as uncomfortable as it might make some people and as woo-woo as it no doubtedly is. However, as Gary Nolan himself says, when you look into UFOs, the woo-woo is right around the corner. If you want to understand UFOs, you have to delve into the woo-woo. There's just no way around it. And there's nothing wrong with that. The woo-woo is pretty cool. I know from personal experience. The woo-woo is awesome. I love it. There is some dark stuff to it, though. There is the dark side to everything, and the woo-woo is no exception. But it is a fascinating aspect of study. If you're so minded, I encourage you to explore it responsibly and safely, with an open mind and an open heart, and try to vibrate as high as you can. Don't go into it if you are in a negative mindset or if you're depressed or anything like that. Go into it confident and comfortable and as happy as you can be and as loving as you can be. Open your mind and your heart to the beyond, and it might meet you halfway like it did me. I'm not a lifetime experiencer any more than anybody else. I was an atheist for most of my life, a non-believer in UFOs, but when I began reaching out to the phenomenon, it met me halfway, and I've had some really amazing experiences, and you can too. A lot of you probably have more natural abilities and sensitivities to do this stuff and can have experiences that would blow mine away. So I hope you do, and I hope you have a good time exploring the beyond. But I did want to make this video because I haven't made a good woo-woo video in a while, and I think it's also very important to, again, look at experiencers like Peter Maxwell Slattery and what they have to say, because among other things, we can learn about this crazy reality we inhabit. Apparently, beings can come and go through the stars. Isn't that cool? Let me know what you guys think about all of this craziness in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. I sure appreciate it. Smash the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. If you want to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, there is a PayPal button below, and you can be a one-time supporter through PayPal, or you can become a channel member. Channel members are rock stars. I love you guys. Thank you so much. If you want to see more videos, there's plenty of them on the channel, and I will see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.